Have you ever done this in a locker room?
No, I haven't. We got speed? Okay, yeah. No, I haven't done this in a locker room ever.
cool, right?
And I got to be honest with you, I grew up in West Texas. The book Friday Night Lights was written
Oh, wow.
at my high school.
Dillon, Texas, right?
Yeah, I was bullied a little bit. Last time I was in a locker room, I was pantsed. So I have PTSD going on right now.
Your pants are safe.
Okay, thank you. We're all safe here. Guys, congratulations on this.
Thank
I'm
you.
glad we started it on a light note because honestly, if I really delve into this movie and how much it means to me, I'm going to start bawling in front of you right now. Did you have any idea? I'll start on the ends before I get to you. Did you have any idea you were jumping into something that was going to have such emotional impact?
I think when I read the script, I knew that the script was good, but when I really knew that it was going to work was when Gavin invited us to a dinner a few days before our first official day of filming, and we all showed up to this restaurant, and we were sitting at this huge table, and we just went around and said our names, the entire team, the coaches, Gavin, and you know what we're like, what we're into, who we are, and I just remember thinking like, oh, these guys are real, like these guys know what they're doing, and we're gonna really bond. And by the end of it, we were a family. We were a real family.
I have no idea what the emotional impact is yet, and because this is all so new, but I'm loving everyone coming in and saying how much it's touched them and hearing people talk about the film, and that's amazing. After meeting Gavin and seeing everything happening, I trusted that it was going to be different and fresh, and they weren't just going to make it cliche, and that everyone cared about what was going on. So I knew there was a lot of care, and there was trust in that, and I love that people are responding to it.
And Gavin, I can't begin to tell you how special this movie is. I mean, with nothing going on underneath it, you've made a movie that doesn't hit any of the sports cliches, none of the addiction cliches, yet represents both of those elements so well, and in a nature of hope and kindness and encouragement.
Yeah, well, it starts with a really good script by Brad Inglesby. And then, Brad was generous enough to allow me to kind of massage it in some directions that felt like more personal for me as the person who was bringing it to life. And he was very kind about that. And, I called him so many times, rewriting scenes. And, there were times in the morning I call him, I go, I know the scene is this, but I'm going to do this. So we'd write it on the phone together, we'd bang it out. Or, so he was really, really great about that. But it started with a really good script. That's why we're all sitting here. He wrote a really good script.
What's beautiful about it, I'm a producer as well, and so I've been the liaison between that element and the financiers when something's going wrong. And you have been that, is fully transparent, and amen to him for being so fully transparent. Kudos to him throughout this whole process. But that's happening right as you're in pre-production on this.
You mean Ben's going to rehab?
Right.
Yeah. I introduced Ben and Brad, the writer. The three of us met, and then like 2 days later, I'm texting Ben, I'm calling, and like for a couple of days I got nothing, and that's not. And I'm like, oh, what's going on here? And then he was just out of contact for a couple of days, and then we all read what happened. So I didn't know if this was all going to come to an end, a screeching halt or not. And then, with the studio, who was great and supportive and allowed me to go up to rehab and, sit down with Ben and kind of figure out, is there a way to do this now that you're... And it was actually a blessing because now he's in rehab, he's working on his recovery, and he would get furloughs every day with a sober buddy to come meet with me, and we do our work. He'd meet with the kids, we do our work on the court, and then he would go back. And then right when he got out of rehab was our first day of principal.
It's a great movie, but it's so much more than a movie.
Thank you very much.
So good to see you.
Yeah, good seeing you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Awesome work. Brilliant.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Thanks.